Hey guys, how's it going? It's your Hootie, Hazbin Hoots. And this is my Hazbin office, thanks to Charlie of Hazbin Hotel, the hotel I'm currently staying at right now. I'm gonna use this little space to talk about the episodes of Hazbin Hotel Season 1. Oh, I can't wait to get to it. I can't wait to talk about the characters and all that stuff. Keep in mind, this episode isn't going to be exactly long. It's just going to be a quick story about the plot and stuff, while I talk about characters and all that good stuff. So it's just going to be a listen to me ramble on about stuff, you know. But with that being said, I hope you're here for it and enjoy Episode 1 review, Overture. We begin this episode with the narration from Charlie as she explains heaven and how Earth was created, sort of details that the plot didn't have. Speaking of which, we'll see that this is in fact canon, as the pilot actually takes place a week before this episode starts, which is pretty interesting. It's interesting to see the depictions of seraphim and orphanums, or thrones, depicted in this show, where we see Lucifer, which is actually an archangel, who was a thinker, a creator, and wanted to spread his creativity to all of creation, but alas, was shunned by the other angels, who ignored his creative ideas and chose to create the earth in their image, leaving him upset that his creative visions aren't being seen. Which also explains why Lucifer is the way he is in the series, and how he lost his spark for creativity and his faith in humanity, only unfortunately seeing the darkness. Which, honestly, in all fairness, was his fault, because when they made Adam and Lilith, instead of obeying Adam, Lilith chose to be independent and flee Adam, seeking independence, where she met Adam, and they fell in love. Oh, ain't that sweet? And with that, causes the domino effect that will create the evil in the earth. Or is it true? I mean, yes, it have free thinking and free independence, but does that truly mean evil? I mean, them giving Eve the apple of knowledge, does it really create evil, or does it give humanity free will to choose to be evil or good? So, I mean, this really shows that it's not just black and white. There's in fact gray areas in the world, but the angels don't see it that way, as they only see the evil that was made because Lucifer gave Eve the apple. Because of this act of heresy by the angels, they casted them down to hell, a place of their own creation, and feeling guilty that he created evil in the world, he loses his spark and creativity. Meanwhile, Lilith thrives in hell, inspiring others with her beautiful songs, where the people of hell are inspired by her songs, which honestly probably makes her the very first pop singer in hell. Which is probably why she's gone all the time and has little time for her family with her music career. But there's also a part of her character that really isn't explained except sprinkled in through Season 1. Fearing the possibility of an uprising, Heaven made a truly heartless decision and sent in executioners that killed the denizens of Heaven, preventing any kind of rebellion from ever happening. Or that's at least what Charlie's been told through the storybook, or the fact that in the pilot it explains that it's due to overpopulation, but as we'll see, that's not really the truth. Explaining that Lilith's hopes and dreams were passed down to Charlie, also Lucifer's creative spirit, and the fact that him and Charlie are so much alike, although we'll get to that later. Charlie making a promise that she'll make her mom proud, as Vaggie startles her. I like how Kiki is a cat as well as a key, and she explains that she likes to read the book to help calm her down after every execution. Which makes me wonder, who made the book for her to begin with? Was it Lucifer or Lilith? Because there's a lot of details that aren't in the book that come to light later on in the season. She explains that hell meant a lot to Lilith and to her as well, and she's wondering if what she's doing is actually helping the people of hell. And Vaggie reassures her that she has full faith in her. She tells Charlie to follow her, as Alistair has something to show them. Meanwhile, she looks back at the heavenly clock tower and wonders if what she's doing truly is helping. I also like how the bell tower sounds eerily similar to the one in Majora's Mask. I don't know, I just think it's pretty neat to have that similar end of the world kind of sound. We see that Alistair has made a trailer for Hazbin Hotel, and I like how they keep the little detail of every time any part of Alistair comes on frame, it causes distortions, which is a part of his power. Any kind of electronic device that tries to take a picture of him or film him are heavily distorted. The trailer is pretty much him explaining Hazbin Hotel in his own quirky way, sort of advertising the hotel while also making fun of it, and showing a little recap from the pilot, foreshadowing her relationship with her dad for later episodes, and doing the bare minimum to advertise the hotel while letting you guys know it's a waste of time. And honestly, it's a pretty funny advertisement because it shows that he technically is helping, but at the same time, it's not exactly helping. I like how Charlie is such a nice person that when Vaggie criticizes the trailer for not having anything to do with the hotel or helping any, Charlie tries her best to sugarcoat her criticisms by saying it was great, but it doesn't show the hotel in a good light. Instead of encouraging people to come to the hotel, it pretty much explains that it's a waste of time. But Charlie is such a nice person, she doesn't have it in her to tell him that the ad was bad, so it's a good thing that we have Vaggie to explain that.
Bad. The word you're looking for is bad. It didn't explain anything about how we're trying to save demons from extermination, which is the whole point.
Look, I know this is a tangent, but it's always something I've been wondering. If overpopulation is a problem, how come they don't just expand Pentagram City or Hell to be a lot wider? I mean, it's not like there's like a limit to where Hell is, you know? I just think that if it was such a big problem that they should have just expanded Hell to fit more people. Alistair explains that he's been gone for quite some time, and that people mostly know him for his radio broadcast, the one true way to express oneself, and since they had him use that confounded picture box, he thought he'd have a little fun with it, and to be honest, I kind of agree with him. With their moving pictures and hypnotizing screens, all joking aside, it's Hell. Why not have a little fun with the advertisements? It's not like they're gonna believe this holy roller crap, you know? Vaggie says that the advertisement has to show what Charlie was intending to do, which is help sinners rehabilitate and go to heaven, and they can't do that if they think it's a waste of time. And Angel does suggest that they should utilize the star power they have, being a porn star, and that one ad from him and all the horny demons will come clamoring to him, which honestly is played for laughs, but as later episodes shows, it takes on a whole darker meaning on how Angel Dust sees himself and his value.
Talented celebrity you have right here.
Angel, you're
A famous... I'll have the horniest sinners knocking these walls down to get in.
We are not filming as a commercial.
Why not? Sex sells, don't it?
Sex sells what?
Now you see, Angel Dust has the right idea. You gotta add a little spice, gotta add a little flavor to the mix, you know what I'm saying? Not just maybe pamby Christian stuff, it's gotta be entertaining.
This body was made to be exploited. I got the arms, I got the stamina, I got the legs, I got the lung capacity. Oh, I got the legs, the gag reflex, the chest fluff, everyone thinks.
Charlie gets an unexpected call from her dear old dad as she goes to answer it, leaving the others to continue their conversation, being nervous before answering.
Hello? Dad?
It sets up a pretty good foundation of their relationship before actually showing Lucifer in later episodes and how he actually is in contrast to what we think he is.
Hey, I have a question. If Freaky Face over there is so powerful, then why can't he just make people stay here?
Oh, trust me, I can.
Well, why don't you then? You know, it's weird how we never really see the full extent of Alistair's power. I mean, obviously we're gonna see it in later seasons or episodes, but it's just kind of weird how it's like, oh, I can! But where? Come on, let's see it.
Why do you think I'm here? You actually think I'd be cleaning bottles and listening to you fucks bitch and moan all the time if he wasn't forcing me?
Also, a little bit of foreshadowing to future episodes, but no spoilers.
I like being forced.
Keep that to yourself, Nev.
Yes, please, Nifty, keep that to yourself. You know, I really like how they made Nifty this weird character, even to some people thinking she's weird. Even Alistair finds her weird, but a charming and endearing kind of weird.
I'm choosing to be here, and I think it's all stupid. We're in hell, Toots. That's kind of the end of the road, ain't it?
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be. Just because nobody has made it out before doesn't mean it's not possible.
Hey, whatever means I can keep crashing here rent-free. It's expensive.
Yeah,
For those of you who actually didn't see the pilot, which is surprising because it's been out for like 5 years, there's a reason why Angel Dust is staying there rent-free, and it's not because of drugs. We see Charlie finishing up her phone call, being very excited about what her dad told her. She celebrates right after she hangs up.
Yes! Yes!
What?
I really like Vaggy's expression when Charlie calls her over there. It's a really adorable dynamic between them two, and that's why I think they're a really nice couple. When Vaggy asks what's wrong and Charlie gives this adorable expression, she explains that the leader of the executioners wants to have a meeting, and her dad asked her to go instead. And when Vaggy wonders why it hasn't even been a week since the execution and they're holding a meeting, Charlie starts to sing. And I'm sorry guys, but I'm not going to be able to play the songs or any of that. I don't want to get hit with any copyrights. She arrives to the clock tower where she has the meeting with heaven, and I think it's weird having that building there in hell. Like, did Lucifer build it? Because it doesn't seem like something he would build. Maybe the angels build it to have some sort of embassy to discuss meetings. Which is kind of weird because I don't exactly picture angels going down to hell for meetings. Charlie signs a little scroll that says Heaven Embassy, proving my point that this is in fact an embassy, as the elevator opens up as she goes to the meeting, where we see who runs the executioners, and once you see who it is, it all makes weird sense.
here.
Sup?
Hi, I'm Charlie. My dad asked me if I could meet you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, it's nice to meet you.
Now see, he ain't that bad. I mean, his entrance was a little sudden, but I'm sure these guys are gonna be just
Got you. Did you see that? Good shit.
So wait, you aren't here?
No. You think I'd come down there?
Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how is he an angel with all that profanity? Well, it turns out that this guy is none other than Adam, first human and first human angel. He runs the Executioner Army, which I don't know if he made them or if he just enlisted them, but the fact that all the Executioners are ladies makes sense. Not from a biblical point of view, but for the point of this show, his character, he's a raging misogynist, so the fact that he enlists women for his army makes sense.
Hungry? I got you. Here's my personal favorite. You'll love it.
Thanks.
I got you again!
While Charlie has to deal with Adam's shenanigans, let's see what the hotel is up to in making the commercial. Vaggy gives the rundown on how she wants the trailer to be for the Hazbin Hotel, and how it needs to be perfect and encapsulate her vision, while Alistair gives her a camera. An old one. Then when she asks for a modern camera, he gives her a 2000s video camera, which is not exactly the best quality camera, but it's a start. It goes about as well as you expect, Husk reading the lines straight from the script, having trouble reading them, and Angel Dust getting way into the role, if you know what I mean. Making Husk very uncomfortable. Honestly, if it's gonna be this difficult to make a simple commercial, I would have gone with Alistair's original idea.
Cut! Okay, Angel, I need you to be less, if possible. And Husk, can you maybe not have the script in front of your face?
I ain't no actor. I can't memorize this.
While Vaggy struggles to make a commercial, let's go back to Charlie trying to pitch her idea at the embassy.
Gig, and for some reason this Virtue chick was digging on the drummer, and it's like, do you know who I am? Adam, I'm the original. All descend from me. You think you want drummer? No way.
That is, if he would take 5 minutes to listen to her and not just rattle on about himself.
Call me
Adam.
I like how Charlie is absolutely having none of Adam's crap, not calling him that ridiculous nickname. So Charlie tries to butter up Adam by saying he's the leader of the executioners and reminding him everything that he is, but you're not going to get someone like Adam to agree to let sinners in heaven when, in the end, all he cares about is entertainment. And unfortunately, as you'll see in the song Hell is Forever, the executions are actually mainly for entertainment rather than quelling a rebellion or for population control. Meanwhile, back at the hotel, Vaggie reminds Nifty that her lines are, "We have the cleanest rooms," and when Vaggie goes to record, she does this. Ah, the good old stage fright. At least I think it is, unless she's going into some kind of weird trance.
Well, we're waiting.
Cut.
How was that?
Well, Nifty, you actually have to say the line, so let's roll again.
Okay.
Action.
Again, this might be a cruel prank done by Alistair to prevent the commercial from being made. Either way, it's majorly creepy.
You're doing great.
Cut! Alright, maybe we can try to fix it in post.
Do you even know what that means?
I'll figure it out.
I know she's under a lot of stress, but the combination of her saying that and her bow turning into horns was really adorable. Maggie tries to edit the video, meanwhile Alistair pesters her, and she wonders why is he there, and it's for the entertainment, seeing people try to struggle for something meaningful only to fail spectacularly, his creepy little shadow looming in the darkness. Also a random little detail about Vaggie is that she speaks Spanish throughout some of the episodes, which kind of fueled the theory that she was one of Carmela Carmine's kids, but it proves not to be the case. We also see a little glimpse of her trying to record Alistair, showing that his face is only made for radio. Taking a picture of him or recording him is out of the question, which doesn't make sense because your face isn't shown on radio, it's your voice. So what he's saying is, he's not made for video, he prefers to just show his voice.
We're gonna make this work, because it won't be so entertaining to watch over an empty hotel, will it, shit ass?
Fair enough. I'll tell you what.
Oh no, will Vaggie make a deal with the radio demon? Let's find out.
Not for your soul, just a simple deal. I do this for you, and you never ask me to engage with this frivolous television technology ever again.
In other words, he's gonna help you make a commercial, and you stop bugging about that confounded picture box. Seeing as that she has literally no other options, she hands him the camcorder as he destroys it, turning it into a professional movie set, changing everyone into really neat costumes. I think it was from the pilot. There's also a really cute moment where Nifty does this whole Marilyn Monroe thing, and the only thing added to Husk is red cuffs and spats, as Vaggie says.
Let's make a commercial.
Alright, yeah, now we're cooking with grease. Now let's see what Charlie is doing at the embassy. Oh yeah, we're still with Adam. She's trying to get him to talk about what the problem in hell is, and he thinks it's everything but what's really important, the executions. Well, let's see what he thinks about the executions.
Well, that's not a problem. We got that covered. Loot, how many demons did you kill this year?
Got a good 275 this year, sir.
275? Whoa! Badass! Awesome job, Danger Tits. Pound it.
Really shows his character when he calls people things like babe and hun and danger tits. She tries to remind him that that's her people, and he really doesn't give a crap, saying, oh, that must be bad for you. And then she also says, oh, they're human souls, just like you. And I think the reason why he's so uncaring is the fact that he didn't take the fruit of knowledge and didn't get free will, so he thinks that everything he's doing is right. Because, you know, he's Adam and he does what he wants.
They are not the same. They had their chance and they earned damnation.
You're wrong. Sinners made mistakes, sure, but everyone makes mistakes.
Angels don't make mistakes.
You really think that?
I know that.
I like how Charlie brings up the fact that angels can make mistakes, but since Loot's all gung-ho on killing demons, he doesn't understand that the world isn't just black and white. There's a lot of grays in between.
The only reason you're still here is because Daddy gave you and your hellborn kind a pardon from an exorcist blade. How does that feel? To know how little you matter.
Oops, almost out of time.
I think one of the reasons why Adam kept prattling on and stuff and talking about himself is the fact that he was just eating up time, so Charlie had barely any time to talk about her redemption plan. Charlie makes one last-ditch effort to try and pitch the idea for redemption, and of course, Adam and Luke aren't even going to be hearing this, because it's pretty much they don't care that the fact that they have to come down all the way to heaven just to kill a bunch of sinners, because the fact is, it's not an inconvenience to them. They go down because it's entertainment. And later on, you find even more darker secrets about what's going on with heaven, and in fact, do the other citizens of heaven know that the executions are going on? And then we get the song Hell is Forever. Now, I can't show you the song, but my god, look at these visuals. The song, it's a villain song. The fact that the person who's the villain is supposed to be the person that's good, so it's an interesting contrast to show that even though they're presented as good, there's still evil that lurks underneath it. And this is where we reveal that the executions are just for entertainment. Also, there's this really cool thing where Adam summons these golden executioners, which I don't know if those are actual executioners or if those are just holograms or something made by his power. But anyways, the song is really cool. Also revealed that Adam is going to cut the time between executions in half. So instead of it happening a year from now, he's going to be back in 6 months, which I never saw that coming from the first episode of season 1 for them to do something like that. Charlie heads back home, sad that she has to break the news, when Vaggie greets her and says that they have great news. That the commercial has been made, completely surprising Charlie, but making her happy that at least something good came about today. She's so happy as Angel just shushes her that the commercial started, only for the news to ruin it a second later. Everyone but Nifty, Husk, and Alistair being mad, which I think is a really funny touch. Unfortunately, the news is broke by Katie Killjoy, voiced amazingly by Brandon Rogers, that the date of the next execution has been cut in half and will in fact be in 6 months, making Charlie's task of redemption even more difficult.
Wait, what? Why?
I guarantee you that was everyone's reaction when they realized that they're gonna cut the execution time in half. In the midst of chaos, we see a heavily drone hover over the corpse of a dead angel. Who did it? And how did they kill an executioner? It doesn't matter, because Adam says when they go down, they're gonna kill every soul in hell, so it never happens again. And that was episode 1 of Hazbin Hotel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got 7 more episodes. Again, don't expect these to be in like any order or something. I'm gonna try and get another review in or something. But anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Sorry if the editing's a little weird. I had to edit the songs out so I'm not hit with any copyright. And considering the songs had a lot to do with the episodes, I tried to edit it in a way that I still got the episode plot along and without, risking any copyright. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this little review. Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time when you visit the Owlery again, and I give my hoot in the dark.
Hey, look at you! You made it through this entire video without shutting it off once! How good for you! Won't you be a dear and press that like button, subscribe, and let this Hoot in the Dark know exactly how you feel about this entertaining review. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Tune on in. This will surely be fun.